Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back along to the Young Farmer. My name is Andy as always, and today we are going to be cracking on with a few different jobs. We're knocking down some silage right now. You can see it's very short. There's not a lot to it, and the reason we're knocking it down right now in this state is because there's a lot of black grass in here. And you might not be able to pick it up the camera here, but it's just starting to go to seed. And what we want to do, what the farmer wants to do, is get that pulled off. Get that removed, baled, and taken away from the field there, so that we don't, so we kind of stop the spread of it really. So that's what we're going to do. We've done like a little paddock, which is about 2.5 acres just over the tree line there. We're going to knock this one out as well. This isn't particularly big by any stretch, but we're going to get it all knocked out anyway. All I need to do, fire back up the mower. Just had to stop there because I've had a broken tooth, or blade actually, so we got that swapped and replaced, and then we're looking all good to carry on. So we've done one pass here, and it's pretty thin for the most part, and it's really rough down that very bottom end. You'll see when we get down there. I think places on the side here, it's a bit rough, and we weren't able to get through it properly, so we've left it. But yeah, for the most part here, we're going to get all this contained. It's good to get it before the black grass actually goes to seed, before the seeds develop on there, so when the cows eat it, and if there's any muck that gets spread back onto the land, we're not spreading those seeds back on either. So that's what we're looking to do today. As you can see, it's another nice warm sunny day. Temperatures are looking perfect, so we're really cracking along, and hopefully I have another job to do later on, which is going to be something different. It's the return of an old friend really, something we've used a few times in the local area, and we're going back to the same location of a previous job actually, where we've got a little bit of landscaping to do, some topsoil. I'm going to be because I've got grassland jobs coming out of my eyes right now. So much work to do, yet this customer is insistent that we try and get into lay some stone down for her today. So for both of them actually, husband and wife are both getting out of town, so they want it done whilst they're away. So yeah, we are going to be looking into doing that. Now that looks like it's not going to take us too long. We're going to do it after we got this mown down, so the grass is on the deck, it can dry, and we can get into bale this when it's convenient. Which should probably be, I would guess, late tomorrow afternoon or the day after, depending upon when the farmer wants it done. But yeah, I think that's kind of what we're looking like at the very least. And yeah, just one of those times of the year, super busy. Go around there. And off we go. So yeah, we're flying along. We have been, since the last time we saw you, the stone waller has been into the main yard there and got that block work finished, which is great. We've been doing a lot of fertilizer jobs, as we touched on the last time around, so that's looking pretty good now, to be honest. Really looking like we're making some good progress there. Elsewhere, yeah, like I say, everything's coming up well, coming up Millhouse, as they say. So hopefully that will continue a little bit longer. Yeah, we'll see how we get on, but I am looking at like I say, getting this other job done this evening, so that's all done, because there's a few big grass jobs that are coming in as well, and then sooner rather than later the combine's coming out, and then it'll all be go from there with the baler as well. So if we don't do it now, the question would be when the heck would it get done. So that's what we're going to kind of work with over there as well. I haven't seen a lot of grass on the deck actually. There's a lot of people at silage, but because of the extreme heat we've had of late, there's not much grass out there, and there's just didn't get the. It's ironic when in late winter, early spring we're complaining everywhere was too wet. Just didn't get enough moisture and enough rain in the last kind of 4 or 5 weeks. So it's not very tall, not very thick in places. The outfield looks better, but yeah, it's suffering a little bit. So it will be interesting to see what the demand is like for hay and silage in the new year there, as people start to get through their own stocks. See how that's going to look. We might try and keep hold of the bales that we've got there and just have a look see. But then we've always got the BGA as a fallback really, where I can always look to sell those on. Got out with the fellow rake recently as well to do, or the tether, to do a little bit more work with that. It's a smart tether actually, I really do like it. It's doing a grand job for me. And I'm looking as well at trying to see, because the grass work we've got is really starting to come in. I'm going to hopefully price up next week a Kverneland, or the Kverneland group at least. It's a front mower. I'm wondering about the idea of having to go on one of those, and also they have a nice looking 10 rotor rake as well, so we might have a blast on that. see the difference between the Kverneland and the fella there, see which one we like really. And yeah, that could be a very interesting discovery for sure. We've also got another job. We've got to go to the airport soon. Well, we were dumping quite a lot of material recently. We'll go to the airport to put up a fence line and a hedgerow. So that's something that I don't know when we're going to get onto that, but that is definitely something we'll be looking to do. And that's one of the first contracts coming in. Hedge cutting wise, we'll be able to get out soon to do the inside of the field boundaries and things like that, but I don't know if we'll be able to. We're not allowed to cut any hedges properly for some time yet. Yeah, we'll see what that looks like as and when the time gets to it. Okay, so as you can see, it's a bit of a different, a small, awkward shaped field really. We're going to be left with a little bit of a chunk by the time we get down to. We've got to do one more headland this way, and then yeah, it's pretty much going to be. It's a fair few long drags there, I suppose, but shouldn't take us too long to do. Kverneland is kind of singing right now. That's the first tooth I've had to replace, or the first blade I've had to replace really, since we've been mowing now. So that's what we've done in and around 110 acres so far. So that's not too bad considering I didn't replace any. The rest of them looked all good from last season up north. So that's good. We'll take that one for sure. Okay, what we'll just do here, lift her up. And off we go. Just about pulled it all through there as well. Perfect. How are you doing anyway? I hope you're all very well. Do let me know down below what you're working on, how it's all going, and if there's any struggles you're finding as well with the conditions out there. I'd love to know how you're all combating those. Some of the guys in the area who have cut silage have immediately got back in there with the slurry again, just to try and give it that bit of moisture. But even that's probably not going to be anywhere near enough. So be curious to see what else they can do. We're desperate to get a bit of rain in a few days to wash that in. Almost in some instances look like it's just kind of baked onto the surface. And up we go again, around the corner. Perfect stuff. So we're gonna get this little block finished. Usually I would go one more time around the other way, but I was warned it's a little bit bumpy there, and I can testify that it certainly was on the first headland. But I might not actually, because I don't want to rattle the mower to pieces. But we'll see what that looks like in a moment once we get this little block done here. It won't take us too long to do. And then yeah, it's off up to the yard where we're going to drop this off. We have to go and drive past the job site first to see if something's been delivered, and then if it has, we can make a little bit of progress there. So yeah, lots to do. Anyway, what we'll likely do is just get this little field wrapped out, and then we shall see you on the other side, I would imagine. Looks like that didn't take all too long. Got that one knocked out nice and quickly there. No other issues to contend with, which is always what you want to see. We're just going to come past the young police officer who's quite often parked around here somewhere. It's a well-known little speed trap, so I think he's just on the other end of this corner. There he is. I'll just slow it down here. Oh, sunshine! And off we go again. That's somebody's grass looking pretty good. And we will be, we're just going to drive past the job site we're about to go to, because if it's, I'm waiting for something, if it's not there, then we're not going to be able to get started. So, get over the road there. So, God, they don't move much at all. Absolutely not interested in moving out of my way. And we're going to stop about there. Looking good. Happy days. So yeah, what we need to be doing, the Axion is parked up the yard. It's all hooked up to a hire trailer again. Same company that we hired the last dump trailer from. And we're going to be cutting a little bit of stone. But before we can do that, like I say, we just need to see that the correct stone, that the correct excavator is ready for us to use. Because I couldn't find the time to go and pick it up myself, so I paid a little bit extra to get it delivered. And it's looks like it might well be here actually, so let's see what the job's going to look like for the rest of the day. Some hazard lights on here. Perfect stuff. Alright, the old girl is back. She's a beautiful thing. So yeah, we've got a bit to do there, but before we do that, I'm just going to take this back. We're going to go and pick some stone up from one of the construction sites down by the coastline, and then we'll get on with it. So we'll catch you in a little bit. Alright, just like that, we are done actually. We need to get out of here because in the way. But we have got about 10 ton of stone in the back here for that driveway. We're going to take it on up there. We're going to also just going to have a little bit of an investigation to see what's going on down in the exactly what's going on at the job site there, because there's a few things I need to do. Roughly got told over the phone, just need to have a look-see, which we can definitely do. Be intrigued to see what that looks like. They weren't stopping. And here we go. Yeah, this is an odd little job which I'm happy to try and get done in and around, but I did tell them that if we'll try and get it all finished today, but given the nature of the rest of the work that we've got booked in, it's going to be a little bit tight. We'll see. It might be something we just have to come back to whenever we get any damp days or late starts. We might be able to do an hour here or there in the morning, but we'll definitely try and get most of it done this morning. Comes the police again. It's busy in this little village here. Let's take our time coming through. A lot of farmers around here, a lot of tractors soaring around, flying off on the roads here. It's no need to go quite so fast through some of these small little villages, I find. Just take your time, we'll get it all done in the end. And hopefully without speeding tickets as well, that's always another good thing. We got the field just on the other side of those trees all finished up. That was worked over again. That's looking good. That was another little contract there. It's only about 6 acres or so, but nice to see those jobs continually coming through. Okay, and so like I say, we're just going to... We might just kind of reverse straight down, so if I have to, I can just tip all this stone at the very bottom, I think. Let's just wait and see. Some lights on. Up here. Oh Lord, they're not going to be happy, are they? I suppose I do need to get off the road there a bit. See what we can do. Gonna have to move over just a little bit so we can get in, because otherwise I'm going to be sticking right into that hedge. Yes. I wonder if he thinks by beeping even more that it's going to help. I really do with someone to bank me in here, but I think we've just about done it. We're going to square up. Give the a little wave. Thank you very much, Mr. Sandy Bay. Thank you for your impatience. Okay. And we're about down. So yeah, the first thing we're looking to do here is we reverse down. This whole track is to be leveled out a little bit. You can see it's a bit bumpy, a bit twisty. Not very even or pleasant to drive down with your car. A little bit soft on the side as well. Want to get over there a touch. So what we're going to be looking to do is put a bit of stone in to level this out. And then we'll also be, once we get down there, apparently it's a whole load, some of the topsoil that I tipped down there is still there, and they've added to it as well because they want to do a bit of intensive landscaping, it was described to me as. So let's just see how intense this is going to be, I think. And we can take it from there. Ooh, easy now, slow it down. There. Okay. Perfect. So what we might try and do is just do a bit of a tailgate out here and see if we can just kind of fill in the holes naturally anyway, just like with a slow, constant tip. And then we'll track over it as well and level it all out. But yeah, like I was saying, as we come down here, actually I could do quite a bit down here I suppose, so maybe we'll just tip a whole load in. All of this is to be leveled out and kind of, I think they want to extend out down here, you see. So they'll be looking to kind of just fill in these, well, fill in the holes around there I guess, so we'll see how that goes. I wonder if I want to tip, maybe go a little further back. Perfect. So we should just start tipping, crack us into cruise control. We're gonna go around about 4, maybe 5 kilometers an hour there. Just see how it's tipping out. It looks like it's coming out nice and consistently. That's what we can find out once we have a look out the back there. And that must be us done. We'll have a look, see. The moment of truth. Yeah, that's us done in there. Well, perhaps not quite as smooth as I'd want to, but it does kind of fill in some of the holes. We'll bring that tracked machine down around about now, and we'll see what else we can do. We'll see if we can get this all leveled out. But yeah, that's a decent-ish start. We're going to need quite a few more loads, obviously. Let's see how that goes. We're going to try and pull this up out of the way here. Yeah, no wonder they want to get this worked on. It is a bit of a mess. We'll just leave this about here for now, I should reckon. Handbrake on, lovely jubbly. The keys were supposed to be hidden. I'll find those. Oh. Happy days. Back in this beautiful old thing. You like this? I would love to try and price one of these guys up from my own. I'm sure I could get a steady amount of usage out of it across a calendar year. Give it a good blast, that's for sure. Alright. Essentially, it's just like playing in a big sand pit, really. It's great fun. At least doing this kind of work is. Not one for speed or comfort. It's a bit loud in here, but we'll make it work. And visibility, you've got to kind of get used to what you're driving because visibility is not the best, but you'll figure out where everything is. what I think we'll do, we're going to bring some more stone down there soon anyway. A nice little log cabin, that is. Let's make sure I don't crash into it, that would suck. And we're going to just try and level all of this stuff out and see how that goes. So I think what we'll likely be doing is bringing you a little bit more of this as and when we can. I'm just going to try and get things figured out here to start with, see exactly what they want me to do, and then we'll get some kind of plan in place for moving forward with this. But yeah, lots to kind of think about there anyway, and work on with as well. And we'll bring you an update, probably little bits and pieces as we go, because we're going to be sticking into silage for the most part anyway. So that's certainly something we can do. Oh, there you go. You want to go too far down there, so yeah. Definitely need to figure out a bit of a plan here, which we'll get on with now, and then we can make this work, I think. So join us next time, where we'll bring you a bit of an update. I have been Andy, your young farmer. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have and you've yet to do so, don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button to Simulation for the Nation, who agrees to host everything, and we will see you all in the next one. Till then, have yourself a great day, enjoy what you're doing as always, and we'll see you later.